From the Crush Studio in sunny Florida, this is the Disney Crush Podcast. And now your two tempests in a teacup, Dave and Toni-Ann.
On this week's The Disney Crush Podcast, Dave wants to talk about what the Imagineers got wrong. I told him I had nothing, but apparently I found a bunch of stuff in the last hour or so. Episode 415, What the Imagineers Got Wrong, on this week's The Disney Crush Podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Crush Podcast. Glad you're here. Glad you could make it. This is not a bashing. We're not going to bash Disney. We're just going to tell people what we think they got wrong in a very encouraging, kind of helpful way. Maybe you could have done this. Maybe you could have done that and made that a little better, or you shouldn't have done that.
Okay. I hope that like my ideas jive with your ideas, because I don't know exactly where you were going with this and how deep you were getting. So some of mine are, I don't know. Like,
what were you thinking, Disney, when you did? Mm-hmm. Yeah, what were you thinking when you did that?
I don't have much. Well, actually, there is a little bit of news, Dave.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We found out that Disney is going to be celebrating our country's 250th birthday in 2026. They're going to start this coming month, November, for Veterans Day. They're going to announce their discounts and things that they're going to be offering to service members and retired veterans. So they're going to release a whole bunch of discounts, I guess, which will be good for 2026, from what I understand. I guess we'll see when that happens. But then they're also they have announced that they are going to do Soarin' Over America. Yeah. It just says summer of 2026. Doesn't say the date.
Wow.
Summer of 2026, Soarin' Across America comes to Walt Disney World and Disneyland. Summer of 2026. And there was a little teaser video with Patrick Warburton that alluded to it and how it was in honor of our 250th birthday. But there's going to be more announced throughout the year, I think. We'll see. I remember, like, I didn't go in 1976, but I remember seeing pictures of the parade in 1976, and they had, like, you know, Patriot Mickey and Goofy and Donald, and they had some patriotic floats in the parade. So I don't know what they've got planned, but
I wasn't born yet, so I don't remember that either.
In 1976, you weren't born yet? Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm. Shocking.
No.
But yeah, that was, I think that was the first time Jen Batchelder came, was in 1976, because I think she has pictures of that parade. I remember, though, when I was a kid in 1976, that the bicentennial was a big flipping deal. I mean, everything was red, white, and blue that year. Mm-hmm. We even had special quarters. Weren't there special quarters that year?
I think so. You might be right. Yeah,
they were special. Yeah, they were bicentennial quarters. Yep. So we'll see what happens this year. But we're going to have a special Soarin' Over America, which is what I always thought that they were going to do at Epcot, because when we got Soarin' originally, it was Soarin' Over California. Mm-hmm. And there were a couple of ideas. Soarin' Over Florida.
Well, that makes sense.
Soarin' Over America. And Soarin' Over the World. And we got Soarin' Over the World eventually. Mm-hmm. But Soarin' Over America was kicked around in message groups of Disney geeks like myself for years.
Well, that could just go right into what we're talking about, because that was a missed opportunity for the Imagineers, because it really should have been Soarin' Over Florida.
I had kicked around, because there is, if you look, if you could find my YouTube channel, my old YouTube, it's like, I don't really have a YouTube channel. It was just where I would upload videos that I would make. And I had a Soarin' Over the World that I made years ago, like 20 years, like, a long time ago. Maybe not 20 years ago, but like at least 15 years ago, way before the podcast was ever a glimmer in your eye. I made Soarin' Over the World. But I did think about Soarin' Over Florida and what you would put in Soarin' Over Florida. Mm-hmm. And I thought about Daytona 500 and go out to Pensacola, and the Blue Angels are out there in Pensacola.
The Everglades.
The Everglades.
Key West. There's so much.
Miami.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah. There is a lot
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this makes sense.
But
See, that's a
the lighthouse in St. Augustine, that whole thing.
Oh, we could go on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a missed opportunity for the Imagineers. I don't know what they were thinking. What were you thinking, Imagineers?
Well, I guess because of World Showcase, they made Soarin' Over.
Oh, whatever. There's a lot of mistakes they make in Epcot. I think that's their mistake park. Like, we're going to throw.
But I don't understand.
Oh,
They couldn't even let us just have it because they put that in California. California Adventure had Soarin' Over California, which went with the theme of the park. It's California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
They put Soarin' Over the World over there too. And occasionally they flip it out. They put in California. But why? Just let us have our own thing. Let them have their own thing.
Exactly.
But
yeah, to Imagineers. I don't know what they were doing. Gummies. Maybe they were doing gummies with Rich.
We've already started the show here.
Maybe they were doing gummies with Rich. Who knows? Hello. Hey, excuse me. Are any Imagineers? Hello? Are there any Imagineers in there? Oh, no, you guys are all out at lunch. Okay. I get it. Okay.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. So what did you make a list? Do you have a running list of things the Imagineers did wrong?
It's just gonna be par for the course for me because I'm gonna be all over the place again.
Okay.
But
I wonder if we have any of the same things on.
We probably do, but I want to start this by going outside the box a little bit and talking about like before we get into the mistakes that Imagineers make or made.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think the most breakdowns of any of the rides in Walt Disney World are? You could probably guess them right now. I bet you get at least 2 out of 3. Top 3. Give me the top 3.
Most breakdowns of any ride right now.
Mm-hmm.
Rise of the Resistance.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think Frozen goes down a lot.
That's an honorable mention. We'll take that one. Okay.
Remy goes down a lot too.
Remy, yeah, but it wasn't on the list.
I'm trying to think. Now, I had been on a Keys to the Kingdom tour, and they told me that back when it was Splash Mountain used to go down at least once a day because of people trying to stand up.
Well, that's different than just technical or mechanical reasons.
And they would have to reset the ride.
That's guest reasons.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway goes
that's
down
it. That's the number 2 one, and you got one more. Can she do it? Doon 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 doon.
I'm thinking.
Am I getting in trouble for humming that tune?
I'm just going from part to part. I'm trying to think.
I'll give you a hint. It's in Epcot. Doon 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 doon. You lost.
It's not Frozen or Remy?
No, well those are in the running, but they're honorable mentions.
Caballero?
No, that never breaks down. Come on.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, not that often.
When we did the Main Street 16, it broke down twice.
Well, okay, that's not.
Okay.
That was uncommon, but is
it Test Track?
Yes,
Test Track closes for weather.
Yes, you got
Test Track closes for weather.
You are
outdoor portion.
You are the sensei. No. Well, it could be possibly. Now I got my information from Google.
Okay.
4 out of every 10 operating days, it goes down.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I know that they do close Test Track like whenever there's any kind of weather.
Yeah. But honorable mentions are Winnie the Pooh and Frozen, which you mentioned.
Really?
Yep.
Really? Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. I know. That surprised me too. Frozen, you mentioned that one. Small World, which doesn't break down enough. That could just break down forever. Haunted Mansion, which that one is yes, it breaks down all the time.
Yeah, that's the Ghosts and Ghoulies doing it.
Yeah. And of course, Remy, Flight of Passage, Navi River Ride. Yep. And that surprised me. Navi River Ride surprised me.
Switch out the shaman between the real one and the B mode one.
Okay, here we go.
The one with the hoo-ha and the one without.
Yes, that's a mistake they made. They made one with the hoo-ha and one without, and they got to correct that.
He was looking for it 2 weeks ago. He didn't see it.
I don't think anybody's seen it but Rich. That's those gummies again, I'm telling you. Oh, just saying.
Can you drop it already? Okay.
But here and we were talking about Rise. You mentioned Rise. For one, it's a very technical, mechanical, trackless vehicle, and that's was kind of new technology at the time.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of other stuff in there that's not running anymore. Have you noticed last time have you been on it? A lot of things are always there's a lot going on there though. I got to give them credit. There's a lot of stuff going on in that ride.
Well, there have been issues with the pre-show that isn't really everybody's ridden this thing by now, right? I can see
you can say it. It's been years. The holding tank. I call it the holding tank. Yeah.
Right. When you go onto the transport ship, there's been issues with that. And for years, like it was a bit running joke. Dominic had never been in the transport ship. He'd always just gone through to the stormtrooper room.
Right.
So that used to always break, and they'd always push you through to the stormtrooper room. But
when you gave me that statistic about him, I was blown away because he'd been on it a lot of times.
Yeah, and he'd never been on a transport ship.
Yeah.
Every time we rode, he was pushed right through to the
That's crazy.
I've had a lot of times where Kylo Ren is broken and you get like a B mode of him because that part where he kind of gets blasted away.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see it and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see him walking towards me. And he's like, it's like where he's marching towards you to come get you. And sometimes I don't. I've actually seen a B mode where he's in a ship. I've only seen that twice. And that's a B mode. I know that is. That's when something else isn't working. You see this where he's in the ship coming after you. Those cannons that worked when the first year of the park that ride was open, when you went in that room with the window to your side, and you had to dodge past those cannons and they would come out at you and you would have to like weave between them. That hasn't worked for years. I think that they fixed one of those cannons, or I think they fixed them in California, but I could be totally wrong. I could be making that up. But it's interesting that they broke at both parks.
There's a lot of B modes in Disney. You know who else has a B mode that's been going on forever?
The Disney Crush podcast?
Well, that too, but yeah. Expedition Everest, the Yeti.
Oh my goodness, Disco Yeti. Yeah. I mean, I think the amount of people that actually saw the Yeti perform the way he's supposed to perform is waning. It's like going down. I have seen the Yeti when it worked. I remember when they were building Expedition Everest when it was like the skeleton of the mountain and stuff. It was really cool to watch it go up. But
this is Yeti, go ahead.
I was going to say, for people who have never seen the Yeti actually work, when the ride first opened, when you go past that big hairy monster, he would swing his arm down, and you felt like he was going to grab your car. And I'm sure my memory makes it like in my mind, it's cooler than it actually was. But
no, it's
right
pretty cool.
You go down that right before you went down that big hill.
Yeah.
He would swing his arm like he was going after you, like he was trying to grab your train car.
Another one, it's what were you thinking, Imagineers? Because you're building this huge, heavy Yeti that put a lot of stress on that whole structure. And you have no way to do any kind of maintenance or preventative maintenance.
Right.
Like, what do we have to do? Like, they can take the shaman out, okay, if they have to, and replace it with the B mode. Well, how are we going to get this Yeti out and do maintenance on it piece by piece? Or would we have a huge door or something? They just built the whole thing around it and said, we'll worry about it if anything happens. And
it happened very quickly.
Right after the ride opened, basically. Almost not long after that ride opened, it was gone. Yeah, it was, the Disco Yeti was, no more. But
it's a matter of structural integrity. They can't take it out, they're saying. So they can't fix it.
That's the thing is it just blows my mind that you wouldn't think that, okay, this is a huge, heavy thing, and we're going to have to work on it occasionally. We got to figure out some way to, if we have to replace it, if it falls apart, what are we going to do? You know what it reminds me of? Hang on.
What?
I have to tell you a story really quick. It has nothing to do with Disney.
Okay.
It's about my cars. Okay. I have a Honda.
All right.
And I had to replace the alternator in it. This was a year or two ago. No problem. Took me about an hour. Okay, whatever. I had to replace the alternator on my wife's car, which is a Toyota. Do you know how long it took me? And I'm not a mechanic. It took me a day and a half to replace the alternator on that thing. I had to take, for all you mechanics out there or shade tree mechanics like me, I had to take the fans out, the whole shroud out. I had to take the radiator hoses off. I had to move all kind of stuff and then barely was able to get it out. And then put the other one back in, the reservoir for the radiator, all kind of stuff. Then I had to put it all back together. And then guess what? There's no room to pull the pulley to get the belt back on. Just the belt. The belt's the easy part. Just pull the pulley, put it on. We're done. No, you know what I had to do? I worked on it for about an hour and a half and I couldn't get it. There was no room to get in there. Finally, you know what I did? What any rational person would do. Like, I think the Imagineer should do this too. Just Google it. Just Google it, Dave. Just Google. I went and Googled it. Oh yeah, you got to jack your car up. You got to take your front right tire off. You got to take the shroud off, and then you can get to it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So that's what they're going to be thinking. Like, don't be like a Toyota and an alternator.
Be like a Honda.
Be like a Honda. Exactly.
Be like a Honda.
I digress.
Well, I think they maybe possibly learned from that because now they do have B modes in place.
Yeah, but B modes are never good as the original, Toni-Ann. That's the thing. It's called a B mode for a reason.
When Donald Duck's hydraulics went crazy and they ran 3 Caballeros without him for a while there.
Yeah.
He lost his head.
Look, it's understandable. Anything that's technical and mechanical, it's gonna and advanced whatever, it's gonna break down. We get it. Things are gonna happen. But yeah, just be able to do some kind of maintenance on it I don't know.
Especially the amount of hours, like the hours that those machines run all day long, every day.
I mean, I get it.
365 days a year.
Well, you got anything else? Anything that you think that Imagineers made a mistake?
I have a huge list.
Oh, really? You said you had nothing.
See if I can,
okay.
I know, but I want to see if I can stay with because I went all over the place.
Well,
I have
it's okay.
This is like we're scatting here. So this is me contradicting myself. Okay, I don't know what they were thinking when they put those giant tombstones at the front of Epcot. However, what they have done to preserve the pictures and names, I also think is kind of silly because it looks like just a wall.
It is. Isn't it rainbow? Isn't it rainbow color or something?
Yeah. They were really under no obligation to do that. It was very nice of them to do that because I think when you originally bought the little nameplate for those, it was for the millennial celebration. And I think it was only supposed to be for 10 years that they were saying they were going to keep those big stones at the entrance of Epcot were not only an eyesore, they were a pain to weave through. They just were awful. And I don't know what they were thinking, but I also don't think they needed to put that temporary wall up that's up right now. Here's where I contradict myself. I think that it was wrong of them to dig up all the bricks in front of Magic Kingdom. So Toni-Ann, you want it both ways? Yes, I do.
It's okay.
Because I don't think when those bricks were sold, I don't think they were told they're only for a certain amount of time. I think those bricks, people were led to believe those would be there.
Oh yeah, because from my understanding, they did tell you when you in Epcot, like this is what's going to happen, and this is how long.
They said it was like 10 years, right? But I think those bricks in front of Magic Kingdom, I think people were under the impression those were a permanent part of Disneyana.
Hey, but there is a good part of that too, is that you can barcode it now and find it really quick. Your name.
Oh, the one in Epcot?
Yeah.
They're weird pictures anyway, but I know some of our friends have pictures up there on that wall. But my luck was mine would be at the very top. There's no way I could ever see it.
Oh, you could stand on my shoulders and we can get you up there.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, no, maybe they learned their lesson now and they're not going to do that kind of thing anymore.
Well, I would think so. I think, yeah. I mean, I guess it was a good idea at the time, maybe. It was a moneymaker for one. So it
didn't really cost them anything because people paid for their little plaque. What did it really cost Disney? And so, but yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that particular design of those obelisks or whatever they were out in front of it, and they really were. You had to weave around them to get into the.
Yeah, it wasn't a good. Yeah, so I know. Just don't know what they're thinking at the time.
And it wasn't attractive in photos.
Well, that's what they said. I think that was the whole point. Was it was supposed to cup the whole golf ball. It was supposed to. For pictures, I don't know. The way it was structured was supposed to be aesthetically pleasing, I think.
Right. I think what they have now is really, really nice. Rich really hadn't seen that part of Epcot the last time we were there. And he saw it when we went, a couple weeks ago. He was like, wow, this is really nice. This area with the shrubbery and I showed him the Walt statue and yep.
I think I just said cup the balls too. Did I just say that? Cup the ball?
You said cup the ball.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay, just one ball. Oh, okay. Ooh, just making sure I didn't put an S on there. Journey into Imagination. What were you thinking? What were you guys thinking?
Why'd they cut that ride?
Oh, this
were you
is
thinking all together?
Yeah, the whole from the very beginning. Okay, from the very beginning, 1983, Virgin was beloved for its central characters, Dreamfinder and Figment. And then, 1999, Journey into Your Imagination, the popular characters were removed, and the ride was heavily shortened. What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
7 minutes.
Fan outrage was so intense that the ride was closed within 2 years, and Journey into Imagination with Figment was released. The version introduced Figment, but was still seen as an underwhelming, low-budget shadow of its original. What were you thinking, Disney? What were you thinking?
So if people don't know when you get to the part of the ride where it says, I would hate to see what would happen in the Taste and Touch lab, and they turn into, and Figment says, we'll go on my tour instead. That track, that part, you actually used to go straight, and you used to go through, the ride was it like 16? Do you have the stats there? It was like 16 minutes and they cut it by 7 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or something.
Yeah.
I know they cut it by 7 minutes, whatever it was. But yeah, so the ride was significantly shortened. It was made less entertaining. And yeah.
That just got worse and worse and then worse. And then,
And what Disney needs to realize is that when you have longer rides like that, it actually is more of it increases the ride capacity because you could have more people along that track at the same time, and it keeps more people. It's a people sucker. It keeps the crowd. More people would be in that building longer, which means they wouldn't be in line elsewhere. Which means that's a good thing. It keeps wait times down.
Evidently, they don't care about that. They want it to be long, and that way you have to pay for extra things like lightning lanes.
For Genie. For lightning lane?
Yeah.
For Genie. They don't call it Genie anymore. I'm stuck in a bottle over here. So I'll talk, while we're talking about rides, canceled projects. These are things that they announced. This doesn't even scratch the surface of things that they announced that they didn't open. The Rhine River Cruise in Germany, which you used to be able to see where the entrance to that ride was supposed to be when you went into that back hallway by Beer Garden and Summer House. That back wall was supposed to be blown out, and there was going to be a river cruise there. So it would have been a little bit like the Mexican boat ride. It was supposed to be a boat ride, but it would have went through Germany. It was called the Rhine River Cruise. Never did that. They were supposed to be, this is all Epcot that I'm looking at right now. There was supposed to be a Mount Fiji roller coaster, kind of like the Matterhorn in Disneyland.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Actually, it's not all in Epcot. The Great Muppet Movie Ride, which was supposed to be like the Great Movie Ride, but it was going to feature the Muppets in the famous movie scenes. So like there was going to be a scene from Bride of Frankenstein, and it was going to have Miss Piggy as the Bride of Frankenstein, that kind of thing. It was going to be great moments in classic movies. Jim Henson died. They scrapped that. And other more recent things that we remember, they talked about the Mary Poppins ride and other things that they've canceled. But there's been loads more. Pirates. We were not supposed to have Pirates in Florida. Pirates was supposed to be, this goes back to let us have our own thing. Pirates was supposed to be unique to California. And we were supposed to get like this old West train robber ride, which was going to be similar to the feel of Pirates, but it was going to be, cowboys and train robbers and actually some of the, the prairie dogs and bison that are in Living with the Land, they were originally made for that ride that never came to be over by where Pirates is.
I'm seeing something here. I'm seeing the things that they didn't do, they probably should have done. And the things they did do, they shouldn't have done. Because some of the stuff you're talking about sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of some other ones, but that's just off the top of my head, ones that I can remember. There were hotels that never got built. Go into a whole thing.
What about Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser?
Well, that is on my list of what were they thinking. I feel like did they not do any market research? Or did they not, I mean, the thing was open, what was it, less than a year, right?
Less than 2 years, yeah. I think it was almost 2 years. The experience closed in 2023, less than 2 years of operation due to its exorbitant price point and limited audience.
And I feel like that could have been avoided with some market research. I just feel like they should have done more surveys and asked people what they'd be willing to pay and how much they'd be willing to take out of their Disney trip. Because I think when they first announced it, people were very excited, but they didn't realize that it wasn't going to just be a Star Wars hotel. It was going to be an immersive experience where you were isolated from the rest of Disney. People thought, oh, I'll, stay at the Star Wars hotel and I'll go to Magic Kingdom.
No.
It wasn't like that. You were cut off from the world for 2 days and
yeah, we talked about it. Back when it first opened, or before it opened, we said it's going to be like a cruise. You're not going to be able to get off it. You're going to be on it,
right?
And that's it,
right? But I don't think people understood that. And then when they saw the price, they were like, "What?"
Oh, I know.
But the price was all inclusive, and it was like a cruise. But people didn't fully understand that. I think. Do you think that if they had actually built a Star Wars hotel, which was like an actual hotel with
yes, I think
just
it was
a Star Wars themed hotel, not an immersive experience, not just a Star Wars themed hotel with maybe a Star Wars themed restaurant and Star Wars themed bar.
Would have been
but you're still going to Disney
and have characters and all that. Yes, immersive in the yeah. I think it'd have been way better, and they would have made a lot more money. This was just a money suck. They lost a lot of money on this one.
They only had 60 rooms because it was the experience that, it all goes back to what Disney had in mind versus what people really wanted, I think. Do you think if they put a Galactic Star Cruiser type experience on one of the cruise ships, would that be different?
I think it'd probably go over well, something like that.
That like if you're on like a 7-night cruise, two nights, you're in this Star Cruiser experience.
Yeah, but I don't know because you're committing a lot of time, 2 nights to can you leave?
Well, I'm not saying that they would do it on a 3-night cruise. I don't know. Maybe they would. I don't know. But those are people that are already looking to travel differently than people are used to traveling to Disney. I think people. I know people fork over a lot of money to stay at the Poly or the Contemporary. And I think people would have forked over a lot of money to stay at a Star Wars themed hotel that was just a regular hotel themed to Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in other places. Like there's a Marvel hotel in Paris.
Well, if they did do it like that, it'd still be generating profit. They'd be still making money on it. Right. With this one, they had to scratch it, tuck their tails, and take a loss. But you do a resort
because it was built in a way that they couldn't do anything else.
No, what are you going to do with it now? Yeah, it was all. Yeah, that was.
There weren't even windows.
It's almost like the NBA experience. It reminds me of the NBA experience.
Oh, the NBA experience is one I didn't even think of on my list.
But that one kind of correlates with that. Like, what were you thinking?
Well, the
Disney?
NBA experience again was market research. It was tone deaf. It was Bob Iger was very close with the head of the NBA, from what I understand, and thought that everybody loved basketball as much as he does. And
that's just not the case, dude.
A lot of people love basketball, but I don't think that they want to take a day out of their Disney vacation to. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this new concept that's going in that spot goes, because it's going to be like escape rooms and things like that. And I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think that's that. Well, it's going to go over better than the NBA, experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm looking forward. I'd like to do that with our friends. I'd like to go and do that one night.
That's the thing is if I'm in the park and someone said or Disney Spring and they say, oh, let's go to the NBA experience. I'll be like, oh. But hey, let's go do an escape room thing. Okay, yeah. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in. Ooh. Hey, Epcot is just sucking. How about Horizons? Remember Horizons?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah. They replaced that with the Mission Space.
Controversial and divisive.
Yes, a ride that most of us avoid.
Yes, we do. Been on it once, I think, maybe twice, and regretted both times.
Have you been on the green side?
I forget which one we went on. We went on the one that made me throw up.
The orange side is the one that's a little more intensive. The green side it's kind of like
lame. Yeah. I went with my kids, so we were probably on the most intense one. That's
Right.
And I remember I'd never been on it, and they'd been on it, and they taught me into it because I'd heard things. And the first thing I did when I sat down, I'm like, "Are those? Is that a barf bag? What is that?"
Yep.
And they were just laughing. I'm like, "Oh man, this is not good." I started leaving. They're like, "You can't leave, Dad. You got to stay."
The last time Dominic rode it, he went with me, and I didn't ride it. I sat out. And when he got off, he told me that it was like falling apart. The capsule he was in anyway was like one of the seats was broken. They had like the thing over it, like, and they had like duct tape on the seat. And when it was, if you've never been on it, there's a compartment in front of you where you put your bag and stuff. And he said the one next to him just kept clanking through the whole ride, and half the buttons didn't work. And he was like, "Mom, it's like broken." It's like, so I don't know. I mean, you don't hear about them renovating that ride. Like, just get rid of it.
No, it's time. Yeah, that one needs to go.
But
yeah. What were you thinking?
But at the time, when it first opened, people were really excited about it.
I mean, it could be okay the way I don't know, just the way it is. I don't know.
So what do you think of when they replace things with other things? Like, I think one of the most lambasted replacements they ever did was when they replaced the Tiki Room with the Tiki Room under new management with Iago and, oh my gosh, who was the other bird? Oh, Zazu from Lion King. So Iago from Aladdin and Zazu from Lion King, the two most obnoxious birds in Disney history. And they put them in charge of the Tiki Room. And you had Gilbert Gottfried's annoying voice yelling at you. Well, they kept you awake at least.
Well, that's true. And they could jazz it up right now and just put Hey Hey in there. And they could really zip that thing right back up.
That might be fun. But, it didn't last. I think it lasted in California longer. But here in Florida, we got back to the original. Thank goodness. I know you don't care, but I do.
No, but some friends of ours like it, like Deirdre.
Yeah.
But Hey would be good.
I know how you feel about them replacing Matt. Dave, help me. Norway.
Oh, Maelstrom?
Yes. When they replaced Maelstrom with Frozen. I know you're not a fan of that.
No, I used to love Maelstrom. I just don't know what you were thinking.
I know.
If you're going to replace something or you're going to do a refurb, you got to do it up right. You can't go in and do it wrong like Figment, Journey into Imagination.
I know you wish that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway was more than it is. But do you miss the Great Movie Ride?
I do. I'd rather that than what we have now, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Yeah, I would. I liked it. It was okay. Here's the thing. I
liked it. I feel like I feel like they could have updated it over the years.
They could have.
I feel like
they needed another
Siegfried. I am a movie buff, and Singing in the Rain and things like that, and John Wayne movies. That was meaningful to me. But I think as we get older, the people behind us. Siegfried Follies and all that stuff, I don't think was, it's kind of like when they're replacing Aerosmith, because it's less.
It's dated. It's dated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dated. It's less significant to the culture
Right.
today.
And I get it. I get why they did it. I understand it. But if there was a way to change it, maybe a new IP or something, or use Disney movies or something and change all the scenes and
or do the Great Muppet movie.
yes,
ride.
something like that would have been
Get the
perfect.
Great Muppet movie ride.
Yes, that would have been great. See, that's what I'm talking about. The things they should have done, they didn't do. And then the
even
thing,
if you don't know Singing in the Rain, you would love to see Kermit
singing
dressed
in the
like Gene
rain.
Kelly.
Oh, even if just singing in the rain, I'd take that one too.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I know people are so tired of me talking about me, but to me, it's just like you have this opportunity, and honestly, it's like a lot of things they do wrong. These Imagineers, what were you thinking? I mean, it needs to be in Magic Kingdom for one thing. They just were rushing something.
Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway.
It needs to be in Magic Kingdom, but they just rushed in there because they had a space, they had the building, they had all they had everything they needed. They just needed to gut it and then put new stuff in. I get it. They're missing something when they do this because the opportunity there was to make this the best ride ever, and they missed it. They just totally. I think they rushed it. I think they just went there and just rushed it. Like they do a lot of things, a lot of these refurbs, and when they take I just don't understand. What are you thinking, guys? What were you thinking? It just baffles my mind.
I think a mistake that Disney makes is they announce things too early, and then we get impatient, and they, so they rush things like you're saying. But if they worked on the project and we didn't know they were working on it, and then they only closed the ride for a year while they installed the stuff. But they tend to close the ride for 3 years while they're still working on the mechanics off site. So they don't really need to do that. I don't know.
Yeah. They're capable of doing incredible things, and they do incredible things, i.e. Guardians of the Galaxy. So they're capable of doing it. I think in some instances, I don't know if they just rush in there and they try to get it done. They could have done so much with that. Even in that space, I believe they could have probably, I know it had been a lot of construction and stuff, and my mind goes crazy. I'm thinking, no, you should have had the train. The train should have come out of the building, went around the park a little bit, came back in the building.
Dave.
Oh, and this is Michael's Minute.
Mom has the computer.
What's the computer?
Mom took the computer. Oh my goodness. I'm the worst. Did you say hello to your Uncle Dave?
Dave.
Hey, he can't hear me. Oh.
He can't hear you now.
After tomorrow. Tomorrow Saturday.
Yes, tomorrow's Saturday.
Saturday is last week.
Okay. Are we going to get some more Halloween decorations tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Did you finish your dinner?
Yeah.
What's it going to be for Halloween?
Yes.
He likes to wear a shirt that he has that says, "This is my Halloween costume."
Okay,
It's been the
that
last
works.
couple of years. That's what he's been.
He's getting older. I get it. Yeah.
The mouse is there. It's a trash.
What's in the trash? What? That was a nice burp.
Yeah, what's a good one?
Dad? What's this?
Dad put what in the trash?
Dad? What are Halloween? There's a trash.
Yeah, but we have them. I got them.
Oh.
Okay. Rich accidentally put a bag in the trash that had Halloween decorations in it.
Oh,
But they were still in the bag, so they weren't. They were fine. But Michael's traumatized by it.
at least it wasn't
And he's still
candy.
talking about it. All right. You want to say hi to everyone?
After.
No, he doesn't.
Have you seen the price of candy? Halloween candy?
No, I haven't. I
Oh
can't.
gosh, it's ridiculous.
You all right?
Yes.
Okay.
After.
After podcast, then I'll bring you back the computer, okay? We'll be done soon, all right?
Let's see. What should he get?
Oh, what should he get? What should he get?
Let's see. Winners or surprise?
Mike and Ike's or Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Which ones do you want? Well, why don't you go think about it and tell me after podcast?
Thanks.
All right, I love you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And that was Michael.
No, he's turning around. Come on.
No, was it? Nope. I'm just kidding. Nope. I take that back.
You want grapes?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I can figure out how to get grapes.
What?
Do you want me to tell Uncle Dave what happened with the grapes? No, we're not going to tell him.
Just like this? Nah.
Nah. All right. I love you. Okay. Bye.
And that was... Nope.
No, he's gone.
And that was Michael's minute.
So anyway, yeah, he closed it. What were we talking about? We were talking about Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah. I'm going to quit talking about it because it's just... Nope. And Michael's back.
Okay, you're going in the wrong direction.
Dear Mike, love you.
Aw. Okay, go.
P.S.
P.S.
P.S. December.
See you in December. Okay, love you. Close it all the way. Thank you.
And that was, I think, Michael's minute.
Hopefully.
We shall see.
Well, so one of the things they replaced, they replaced Snow White's Scary Adventure with a meet and greet. So I'm not so much about missing Snow White's Scary Adventure. I hated that ride. But when they replace a ride, an attraction with a meet and greet, I don't think that's a step in the right direction.
No. Mm-mm. No. See, that's what were you thinking, Disney or Imagineers?
But, I do remember the time when that meet and greet had like 8-hour waits for Anna and Elsa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what were those people thinking?
I don't know. I think I was one of them. I got to get a picture.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Crazy.
Ooh. I'd only wait 5 hours.
Okay.
How about extraterrestrial alien encounter?
Yeah, that whole ride should have never happened.
I mean, as much as I loved it.
That's not what you're thinking.
No, but I get what you're saying, though. It was a little extreme for Magic, especially Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. I could see it maybe in Hollywood or, maybe Epcot. But yeah, not Magic Kingdom. I mean, I didn't care. I loved it. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like it. I mean, it replaced Mission to Mars.
Right, I remember that ride when I was a kid.
Right, but it was
Which was a dud.
Yeah, right. So you can't complain about that. But it was a little confusing, the storyline. It was like, I don't know what's going on here and whatever. But it was pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. Maybe because it scared the kids. I'm like, well, maybe they get scared and they won't want to come back next time. Hey, Dad.
But we talked about why and then that became the Stitch ride after that.
Right.
We've recently talked about why they can't do anything right now with that building. Mm-hmm. Do you remember what I said?
No, I don't. No, I don't remember.
That it's the building has asbestos in it. If they do a complete refurb of that ride, they need to do a complete clean out of that building. And that building is shared with Cosmic Rays, which is one of the highest grossing, busiest restaurants in the world. I want to say it's like, I don't think it's number one, but let me say Cosmic Rays.
So they're in a pickle. They're in a pickle right now.
Highest grossing.
They'd almost have to close down Magic Kingdom, that whole area, that whole section for asbestos dust. I worked with that stuff when I was younger.
It's giving me gamma rays.
Oh, gamma rays.
Google, you're not very smart.
I don't know. It's pretty smart when it helped me with my alternator. After fighting it for
highest grossing restaurants in America. It's the second busiest restaurant on earth.
That is the
first is a McDonald's in Hong Kong. So it's not the highest grossing. It's the busiest, second busiest restaurant.
Mind blown.
In the world.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So they can't do anything with that attraction building because they would have to close down the second busiest restaurant in the world.
But as far as quick services go, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? There's bad quick services, but that was like mediocre.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
I've had like a good chicken there.
Good
do
hamburger.
They still do that rotisserie chicken?
Yeah. We used to get that. Right. That's what I mean. It's not, as far as quick services goes, I mean, all right. I can see that.
But I think if they did like a complete overhaul of Tomorrowland, that would let them close that restaurant.
Yeah, well, they would have to. I think if they gutted that place and did all that, they'd have to do something like that because that's all that dust and asbestos dust is not good.
Yeah. So that's why they can't do anything with that building. I have they lacked foresight when they redid Hollywood Studios. When they announced that they were going to put in Galaxy's Edge and they were going to put in Andy's Backyard. We have Star Tours. We have Muppets Courtyard. We have Galaxy's Edge. We have Toy Story Land. Okay. They didn't think this through because back when they decided they were going to do this in whatever it was, 2016, or I think it might have been, or 2017, Muppets Courtyard was already not like some big main attraction.
No, I know where you're going with this.
They could have gutted that then.
And expanded that
and
all
had
out.
Galaxy's Edge right next to Star Tours. So you could have even been on Star Tours could have been a ride to Batu. You could have had a 3D ride to Batu, and then you would have had Rise and Millennium Falcon. Then on the other side, we already had a big entryway that said Pixar Place over by Toy Story Land. There was that brick wall where the bathroom is and the Joffreys and it said Pixar Place, and that is where they could have put Monsters Inc. Land. So they would have just flipped if they had just pushed Star Wars over a little bit. They could have still had the same real estate. It might have been formatted a little bit differently. And they could have put Monstropolis next to Toy Story Land. They still in Toy Story Land, and they would have kept that Pixar Place sign, and it would have all fit together.
No, Toni-Ann, no, it would have made too much sense. Yeah.
And they lacked foresight. The other place they lacked foresight was they closed Pizza Planet over there in Muppet Courtyard. Used to be a restaurant called Pizza Planet, and it was just like Pizza Planet, and there were arcade games on the second floor, and they closed it because they were building Toy Story Land, and we all thought, oh, they're going to move it over to Toy Story Land. No, why would we do that? That makes too much sense. They reopened it as a rat pizza restaurant. So if they had put Pizza Planet in Toy Story Land, that would have made more sense. Andy could have built a fake Pizza Planet in his backyard.
Absolutely.
It was indoors. It had air conditioning, unlike the current situation over there where you have to go fight grandma for a seat so you could eat grilled cheese in the sun.
And think about how cool all that would be if that was the case, if they really would have done that.
I know.
Yeah, it would have been so cool. And it would have expanded it more. And because, look, I know Galaxy's Edge is amazing, but it's a little small. I mean, that would have just expanded it even more and made it even more inviting. I know. I just don't understand. Sometimes, what were you thinking, Disney? What were you thinking?
Oh, Michael's back. But I just feel like the eating outside in the surface of the sun is the worst part of Toy Story Land. And it's a good restaurant with good food.
And it's not bad. Yeah, as far as quick service goes. Got a decent drink there, too.
The rot.
What's going to rot?
Yes.
The grapes are going to rot?
Yes.
You never give grapes a chance to rot.
Well, they'll just be raisins.
No, he eats them too fast. He has the opposite problem.
The rot.
They don't rot.
The person rot.
They'll rot your teeth, though, if you don't brush them.
You're
You're going to make me go lock the door?
No, just call Dad. We haven't called Dad in a long time. Just call Dad.
Who's coming in February? You've been telling me for a week. Yes, brush your teeth. That's important.
Okay, Mom. Oh.
Okay. Love Jaffa Guy?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to start calling Kevin Jaffa Guy.
Jaffa Guy.
Jeremiah.
Jaffa Guy.
the husband, Kevin.
Oh, now I said it. Now you remember, huh?
The like husband, Kevin.
Okay.
P.S. Here's some cake.
Here's some Jaffa cakes. P.S. Here's some Jaffa cakes.
Of course.
P.S. Here's some delicious.
Here's some Jammy Dodgers. All right, close the door.
P.S. P.S. Delicious. P.S. Here's some
Very nice.
P.S.
Here's some mushy peas. Go.
The like husband, Kevin.
He's coming for my birthday, not your birthday.
The like husband, Scott. Aww.
Yes. Okay, come on, go.
The like.
All right, we got to call Dad.
Oh, yes. Finally. Thought you'd never do it.
Andy just sent me a missed connection, but I don't know if it...
Interesting.
Are you ready for the missed connection?
Sure.
Andy just sent it to you. This is like live. This is how we work here at the Disney Crush. We got they move stuff around, Dave.
Did they?
They
Yeah.
move stuff.
I don't know what they did.
Here. It's called media assets now. Speaking of media assets, Andy just sent me a live and on the spot missed connection.
Ooh,
I haven't even read it, so
yeah.
I hope it's okay.
If it's not, I'll have to edit it out. Oh, yeah. This is ready. Are you ready for a missed connection? Oh,
Missed connection.
yeah.
Me and my sister were talking to you this morning at Corral F before the race. Your name was Taylor, and you were running for a charity and visiting with your daughter and a friend. Shoot me a DM if that's you. You were so sweet, and we'd love to stay connected. All right, Taylor.
Oh,
At the Wine and Dine 5K, running for charity.
Taylor, just run away. Run.
Two sisters.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Well, thank you, Andy. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Andy, for the misconnection. That was great.
And that was the Andy connection.
It was an Andy's misconnection. Yeah. So that's shift the whole thing. That's it.
That's okay.
And speaking of quick services, we recently had our friends Glenn and Rebecca on, and they talked about how they do quick service at Epic Universe. Now, Disney's been to Epic Universe, and Disney's been all over the world and goes to all the parks all over the world. Their competitors, their own places, they know how things work. And why have they not adopted this program of seating you or helping you find a seat and then letting you order at the table and then bringing you your food?
Ego. It's their
rather
ego.
than having you carry trays
It's their ego.
and stand in line
Yeah, they just don't want to.
and fight people for a table.
It makes too much sense, Toni-Ann. Makes too much sense.
I hate fighting people for a table.
I know.
with a tray.
It's crazy.
And I know in an ideal world, you have a family member, go find a table, but that doesn't always work for everybody. Sometimes you're traveling solo. Sometimes you have a small child that you can't leave like that. I have Michael.
Right.
I can't leave him at a table. I have to have him with me.
Right.
So it doesn't work for everybody. And I think something that would work for everybody is what they do at Epic Universe, where you sit down, you order, and they bring you the food.
Okay. What's else? Cheese. Okay, please.
You can't eat pizza without what? No, you can't eat pizza without teeth. That's very true. So what does that mean you got to do every day? Brush. I don't know
thank
where
you.
these things are coming
Thank you for that dental hygiene tip. Thank you very much, Michael.
Michael said, brush, people, brush.
Brush your teeth because you can't
You
eat
can't
pizza.
eat pizza without teeth.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And sometimes they don't listen to the... Do you have any more, or am I just ranting here?
No, I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes they don't listen to the guests. They need to just listen to us. Like, well, they finally did listen to me about Dinosaur Land, which I'm glad.
Yeah.
But
finally.
we've been clamoring for years about just put Coco in Mexico already. Just put it there already. But instead, they're building a Coco ride in California.
I know.
Okay, that's great. But
oh my
give
gosh.
give us our Epcot Coco ride. We know it's going to make people sad that love Three Caballeros, but
I know.
Three Caballeros is a 5-minute wait. It does not get that big a crowd.
And they do. If they did do it, it's just going to jazz that place up even more. I mean,
Right.
why not? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
And while we're on that subject of like Coco and of having like Miguel in Mexico, like I think that they could put distinct characters in every country. They could put Miguel in Mexico. They already have Mulan in China. They have Anna and Elsa in Norway. Over in Germany, they have Snow White. In America, they could put Mickey Mouse in America, or is there anybody else like distinctly American?
Well, that's the thing about them. Yeah, I don't know. That's
America.
Underwhelming over there.
The American Pavilion itself.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I just think. I mean, it is. It's just.
Yeah.
It's not inviting. It's just. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. Out
Do you know
of all
in
the
the original
countries.
plans, it was supposed to be at the front of the World Showcase.
Oh, is that right?
In the original plans, yeah.
Well,
And then they
that
decided
because
to
that
make
makes too much sense. Yeah. Yeah. That.
No, I kind of get it because you see it across the. I don't know, but
I don't know either. But when you first walk in, you think that okay, that's America, and then now we get the other countries because you're in America. People are coming here.
Right. In Italy, they could do like Pinocchio and the characters from Luca. In Japan, they could do Big Hero 6. In Morocco, they could do Aladdin and Jasmine. They've already got characters in France. They've got Belle and Sleeping Beauty. England, they've got Pooh and Mary Poppins and Alice. And Canada, and this is Disney not understanding that they can make people like things if they tried. If they put the Brother Bear characters in Canada, the kids wouldn't know who they were when they got there. But once they met them, they would go home and they'd watch Brother Bear. And I love Brother Bear. And then they could put the log flume ride in Canada. That belongs
you need
there.
to be an Imagineer, Toni-Ann.
I know.
Get these people straight.
I've been saying this for years. But yeah, they need a Canadian log flume ride based on Brother Bear. That's my own.
I got a wonderful waterfall there.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
My last thing, Dave. See, I had nothing, right? Remember?
Yeah, you said you had nothing.
I said I got nothing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why are they closing Animal Kingdom so early, Dave?
I know. It's.
Why are they closing Animal Kingdom so
That makes
They
no
built
sense.
this land with this bioluminescence that nobody sees because they close the park before it gets dark.
And the Tree of Life, that beautiful Tree of Life. It's just.
Tree of Life.
Oh.
Over in Asia, there are lanterns, and even Cali River Rapids is cool at night
The
they have
whole
like
park
the fire
is cool.
effect and the lanterns and everything.
The whole
Yeah,
park.
it is, and the potential for a great light show. I mean, I know the Tree of Life Awakenings is pretty cool, but we talked about it recently that there was an amazing light show on America's Got Talent this year. Animal Kingdom closing before dark is ridiculous.
Yeah, and all the foliage and the lighting around. It's just a beautiful park at night.
And it has amazing. Animal Kingdom has some of the best restaurants in Disney.
Absolutely does.
And people don't think to go there for dinner because the park's closing at 6 and they don't. But if they kept the park open later, people would eat later. People would eat more meals in those restaurants.
I know. I know. What were you thinking, Imagineers? What are you thinking?
So I'm going to tell you something, Dave.
Tell me.
That I noticed on my last trip. I have not seen Festival of Lion King in a while, and I know people. Some of our friends don't like it, don't think it's so great, and I'm one of the biggest fans of that show. I still cry. I cried when I saw it 2.5 weeks ago. I still love that show, but I am going to tell you something. America's Got Talent has been on TV for 20 years now. It has ruined me for that.
Oh, we talked about this. You told me about this on another podcast.
Did I tell you this?
Yeah, we
Did I
talked about
say it on the podcast already?
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yeah.
That the aerialists are not as exciting.
Oh yeah,
that
they
the
blew
tumble
it away.
monkeys are not as because I see on America's Got Talent. I did do this already.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay, well then you could cut it.
It's okay.
If I already
Yeah,
said
you're
it on
really
the
excited about it too. I know you were excited
Is
about it.
it
Then.
really?
I gotta go. I gotta check it out. I mean, I remember you telling us about it.
Just the caliber of the acts. It just shows that how dated the show is because people are like pushing the envelope now with that kind of stuff, with aerialism, with aerialist acts and acrobatic acts.
They have that certain performance, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really
Right.
deviate from that. So
Right.
they're not adding to it because it's going to add too much time, and they don't want to make it too short. So it's
Right.
the same show. Instead of
But they need to redo
jazz it up, man. I say jazz it up.
because
something
people
different.
Will watch it on Tuesday night at home on their TV.
Yeah, I say jazz it up.
They're not going to be as wowed as I was wowed the first time I saw that show in 2000, whatever it was.
Yeah, well, it doesn't wow me. I saw it once and I was like, bleh.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's everything.
All right.
I have a controversial thought, but
Well, tell us. I mean, you want to save it for our Patreon?
Well, a couple of years ago, many years ago now. It's been some time now. Disney, they chose a path, and they chose to hitch their wagon to Avatar. And on the other hand, they had all this money to spend. And there was another movie franchise that was trying to decide which park it was going to go with. And it decided to go with Universal. So Disney hitched their wagon to Avatar and threw all this money at James Cameron. In the meantime, Universal got the big fish. They got Harry Potter.
Yep, sure did.
And I feel like that was the one that got away.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter was the one that got away. If they had taken some of that money they threw at James Cameron and put it towards Harry Potter, maybe they could have. I can only imagine. I mean, what Universal's done with Harry Potter is more than impressive. I mean, it's amazing, but I feel like Disney, that's the one that got away.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And I'm not. I mean, I love Pandora as it is, but okay, are they going to do anything else there? It's been
a while now. They get comfortable, and and then that's it. That's what happens.
Universal has put a bit of Harry in every park,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't know.
They're smart
Just
about
saying.
it. Mm-hmm. Take note,
Just
Disney.
saying.
Take note. All right,
What were you
Toni-Ann.
thinking?
I will part with this little tidbit
Okay.
of information. There is a Ohio brewery that is now at 7:00 p.m. No kids are allowed. Adults only.
Cool.
And you know what that did to me, Toni-Ann? It made that little thing in my head click. I'm like, you know what? Disney needs to incorporate something like this. They need to incorporate a day at Disney with no kids. I mean, you have gay days, you got dapper days. How about no kid days?
Well, both of those events are run by fans, though. So
That's okay.
you would have to stand at the gate and tell people with kids they had to turn around.
I would absolutely do it. No strollers.
Because both of those things are fan driven.
No crying kids, no tantrums, nobody getting stuff stolen out of their strollers. I mean, they would thank me. They would say, David, thank you so much for not letting us in.
I don't think they could do a day, but maybe they could do a party.
Okay, but just
Maybe
a thought.
they could do a
All
party.
right. No, it's just a thought. All right. That's it. We're gone. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining
All
us.
right.
And we will see you next week right here. Same place, same time.
Bye.
I think that's it. All right.
The key of truth has spoken!
Put a check on that. Can you do that, Dave? Can you put a check on that one?